cause he wanna life. Headlights, I've been whipping midnight through the city. I've been going through some things, tryna get my mind right. Push the bucket to the limit, push that mission to the finish. Gotta get the full control, gotta get
Let's
my
get it,
mind
everybody.
right. Headlights, I've been whipping midnight through the
We'll be
city.
talking about Blake Corum today, baby. We're going Boss Cowboy style.
Push that mission to the finish. Gotta get the full control, gotta get my mind right. Yeah.
What's going on, everybody? It's your boy DMV back with another one. You know, I got my professor glasses on. We're going to be talking running back. Now, look, I know a lot of people have been talking Blake Corum these last couple days. I just want you guys to know something, you know, for the people that are tuned in, for the people that are watching, you know, there isn't anything in particular that says that the Cowboys are going to get Blake Corum. So I just want you guys to know that from jump. I've been the one that's been really beating the drum on this Blake Corum for weeks now. You know what I'm saying? I've been the one that's been able to get people to put eyes on Blake Corum, to realize what it is, or who the player really is. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna do this live stream, and hopefully people watch the playback on this. But this is this player right here, and I know that a lot of people are gonna look at his stature, they're gonna look at his size, and they're gonna say, "Oh, well, we got a Deuce Vaughn. That's lazy as hell." I'm gonna tell you that right now. It's lazy. It's played, and you got to do better. Point blank, period. If you watch Deuce Vaughn, you watch how he plays, and you watch Blake Corum, they're two different guys. So what I want people to do is get out of the notion that if they have the same type of body, that they're the same type of player. You know, Blake Corum is a different type of back. I would say that Deuce was a good little college back, right? But Blake Corum is what you call an RB1. There's a difference. Nobody was ever coming out straight up and saying that. And before we get into the film, actually, let's look at Dane Brugler's, because on the Beast he talked about Blake Corum. But there's something that I want to point out before we really go into the strengths and the weaknesses. But so I know that a lot of people trust Harbaugh. You trust Harbaugh. So there's something that he said in there when I was reading this, and I didn't even know this, but let's see. Jim Harbaugh puts Corum in the same conversation as Frank Gore as the best running backs he ever coached. This is a quote strictly from Jim Harbaugh. There's no doubt that Blake will be right on the same dance floor as Gore in every way as a player. That's huge. That, my friends, is huge because Jim Harbaugh has seen some backs. Jim Harbaugh knows what the pro level is supposed to look like. Let me not get into the film yet. Jim Harbaugh knows what it's supposed to look like. And Jim Harbaugh, he plays smash mouth football when he was a coach with the 49ers. Jim Harbaugh smash mouth football as they went to Michigan and they won the championship this year. So the reason that I want to put Blake Corum on your radar is that he is a guy that the Dallas Cowboys are going to see a lot of because they were at the pro day. Obviously, they liked Michigan enough last year to get Schoonmaker. What was the big thing they said about Schoonmaker? And this is just strictly for the Cowboy fans. You know, for the people that love draft content, you know, you stay here for a little bit because you're going to understand a couple of things. But I know the Cowboys in particular, they love Schoonmaker's blocking. They love what he added to the blocking game. And from what I understand, Lunda Wells was saying that they're about as close to a pro blocking scheme as you're going to get. So that means they saw a lot of Blake Corum last year. I know Mike McCarthy personally went to Michigan's pro day himself. So the one thing that I'm going to tell you is that this team and these scouts have seen a lot of Blake Corum. Just because they did not they didn't have him on the 30 visit, they didn't have him at the combine, that might be them throwing people off. But this guy right here, outstanding player. So let's get into the film. Enough of the introduction. So we know he's about 5'8", I think 213. He did 27 reps, I want to say, at the combine. So he was the strongest running back at the combine. So miss me with that. He's a little weak guy. He's not. He's a tough guy right here. So what I want to tell you about Blake Corum is that he's a tone setter. And this first play is a tone setting play. This is him picking up number 11. So you're going to see number 11 as a linebacker. You're going to see him pick him up strictly in the A gap. Blake going to put on his workman's gloves right here. You know what I'm saying? He going to step in that A gap and he going to fill up. And this is the one thing that I know about Blake. Blake has a lot of heart when it comes to pass, you know what I'm saying, pass protection. So one thing that Dane said was that he's a little eager when it comes to it, but we're going to see him line him up. Look at this. See, the one thing that I like about his pass pro is that he's not losing any ground. He's not going backwards. He's meeting the guy in the hole. He's meeting him right at the A gap. And he's going to take that head on with the center. And they're going to be able to clear that up. Now, you're going to see the pass. Somebody got whooped up top, but they're going to get a completion here. But that A gap was clear. So we go back and we'll watch that again. We'll watch that real time. So, yeah, they know that man up. He's going to go straight through the A gap. Boom. Good little play right there. Good little play. I promise we'll get to the run soon. And look at this. They're going to run what it looks like to be a counter right here. Now they're going to have what is that, like a more like a H-back coming into the backfield. H-back's going to come into the backfield, and he's going to be your kick out. And they're going to have a pulling guard here. And he's going to squeeze in and get those tough yards. So that's the one thing that you're going to see about him. A lot of guys don't believe that he's a bell cow because of his size. And I will say this, he's not a guy that's going to break. He's not going to gain a whole bunch of yards after contact. That's one of the cons that I have about him. But he's going to get you the tough yards. You're going to get at least 2 to 3. The one thing that I like to judge my running backs on is what you do in between your 2 to 3 yard carries. And I got it right here. Short yardage king. You know what I'm saying? I know that this right here is a lost art in the NFL. It's all about attitude when you get down here inside the 5. It's about attitude. I know that my Cowboys, we struggled with this. There are a lot of teams out there that cannot run the football inside the 5. And sometimes you got to have a running back that has a nose for the end zone. And I want you guys to watch what the Michigan linemen do every time he scores. When he scores, they go nuts. They go crazy. Because it's a tone setter. It's an attitude. So one of the things that I like my running backs to be able to do is I like them to be able to press the line of scrimmage. So when you press the line of scrimmage, you're able to manipulate the linebackers into thinking you're going one way, and then you know what I'm saying, you skirt out. Either you bend it, either you bounce it, you bend it back the other way. He's going to do a very good job of that here. You're going to see him do that. He's going to press the line of scrimmage. And that vision is A1. So a lot of the time you're going to be able to see, you're going to see Corum be able to manipulate linebackers. And he's going to either bounce, bend before they even know what they're going to do. And sometimes it's almost as if it's because he knows exactly what his blocking scheme is up front and he trusts these guys. And he's just looking straight at the linebackers. And he's just going to bounce this one right here. He has excellent feet, man. Excellent feet. Doesn't have the breakaway. You know what I'm saying? He runs a 4.5. He's not going to break away, but he's going to be a guy that's going to churn. He's going to get his. And the one thing that stands out to me about him, big games. Look, I'm showing you big opponents here. We're going to see Penn State. We're going to see Ohio State. And we're going to see Washington. All top 10 teams. Tore them all up. Alabama, he gave them work as well. They were the number 4 team in the playoffs. I don't have the Alabama film here, but we do have Penn State here. Fatality. Look at that. Cleaning my guy up right there. You know what I'm saying? Cleaning him up. Fatality. Boom. Number 11 probably got tired of seeing him.
Fatality.
Got tired of seeing him. You know what I'm saying? Got tired of seeing him. So I'm trying to tell y'all, man, this dude is tough. Short yardage situation right here. I wanted you guys to see the yard marker. Always falling forward. Always falling forward. That's what you want from your back. So a lot of guys will look at and say, oh, he got he had a ton of carries, right? You'll see that. And let me go back. You'll see that, 2022, he had 247 carries. The next year, in 2023, he had 258 carries. But the year prior, he had 144 carries. You can't let things like that stop you from getting somebody great. We only need them for 4 years. We need that's how you have to look at it when you're drafting running backs in the league. You're looking at, 4 years at a time. You're not looking. It's not the old days where you're trying to get a running back that's going to last 10 to 12 years. Nope. You got to go ahead and get you some backs that are good for the moment and continue to bring them in. And Blake is going to be one of those guys. This is him in that short yardage situation. Look, there is an art to that. There's an art. Look, watch how he makes himself skinny. He's going to make himself skinny. He's going to understand that there's a double team block there. He's going to get skinny in between that gap right there. Falling forward. You want chest over knees. Chest over knees. You know what I'm saying? Chest over knees. Excellent right there. Excellent rep. Excellent play. So this play right here, you're going to see him. You're going to see them do they're going to do a front side. So it looks like it's a lead, but he's going to bend it back. He's going to bend it back towards the left and watch his feet. And then you're going to watch how he manipulates these backers. You know what I'm saying? He's going to bend it back here. Look at that. Feet. He's going to instincts. He's going to use 52 here. And then he's just going to find that open lane there. So we're going to watch that again. We're going to watch it real time. Whew. Well, that's the short yardage right there. Man, he does wonders in close, tight spaces. Close, tight spaces. I'm trying to tell y'all, man, look, there's an art to this running back thing. And this dude has mastered it. He's mastered it. Oh, my God. Look at that. Look at that, guy. Oh, we going back to that. Look at that. Watch this. You think you just going to shoot that gap? And this right here, just I'm going to tell y'all, this is improv. This is why you need special backs. Because 11 is going to shoot the gap that he's supposed to run in. And he's going to see it because he's looking straight at the linebacker. This is vision right here. This is why you need special running backs. When people try and tell you, oh, Michigan had a line, it makes things easy. Nah. When you got, what's going on, Johnny Duncan? When you got special running backs that have that sixth sense, to where it's like they can see things before they even progress. This is what makes guys special right here. Where his aiming point is that A gap that 11 is going to shoot here. And he's going to know that he's going to be able to bend it backwards. And that's exactly what he does. This is a special running back making this play. An average running back gets tackled at the line of scrimmage here. An average. So that's what I want you guys to know that's watching this. Average running back here gets tackled in the A gap. Maybe gets you 1 to 2 yards. Special running back makes a big play out of nothing. They have the run fit dialed up right there. And that's just that's a special running back making a special play. So look, we got another attitude run here. They get down here. Everybody knows Michigan is going to line up all of these biggins, and they're going to hand him the football. And this is what I'm talking about with attitude. Watch this. They're going to punch this thing in the end zone, and I want you to watch the linemen after this play. Linemen love nothing better else than somebody that can punch the ball in the end zone. This is the smallest man on the field. I keep trying to tell y'all, man. Has nothing to do with stature when it comes to running back. It's all here. All heart. This guy has the biggest heart on the field. And this is why they celebrate him so much. They celebrate him. Watch this. Watch the lineman. Look at this. Look at 77. Look at him. going nuts, going crazy. We're going to watch this again. Look, watch this. They know what time it is. It's lunch pail time, baby. Lunch pail time. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all, man. Look, stop looking at all the stature. Stop looking at, oh, he's 6'2", 240 pounds. Stop looking at that. Look at right here. Because that's what we were missing last. That's what the Dallas Cowboys, at least. I don't know about other teams. But the Dallas Cowboys, we were missing that down there at that goal line. We were missing that. We didn't have that in none of the backs we had. Not one. Not one of them. Not one of them had this right here where this line, where they had that tone setter ability. Dallas was missing that big time with Zeke Elliott. Big time. And there's room for that in the NFL because the red zone is very, very important. Very important. This is another short yardage situation that they ended up getting. Again, he going to jump over the pile here. This dude got heart. He's an RB1. This ain't no scat back that we talking about right here. Dane Brugler had a third-round grade on him. He had him as his number 2 running back. Over, I think did he have him over Jonathan Brooks? I think he had him. No, he had Jonathan Brooks, then he had Blake Corum. Jonathan Brooks, then Blake Corum. He had him over Trey Benson. Look at that, jumping over the pile. We ain't had a back do that since Emmitt Smith. We haven't had a back do that since Emmitt Smith. Since Johnny's a member, I will answer this question. He said, where would you draft Blake? I got him as about a third round grade. And also, guys, super chats, they get priority. So no matter where I am at in the video, I'm going to answer super chats. All right. So we got him here. This is another pass pro rep right here. So we're going to see them do a stunt right here. This is what I'm talking about when I'm talking about all heart. Watch this right here. They're going to do a stunt. Look at that size difference right there. Look at that size difference. It's all heart. It's all heart. All heart. Watch this. Boom. Like, I promise y'all. What's going on, Madman? I promise y'all will not see a film session like this because I understand the running back position. I played it. I studied it. You're going to have people that are going to show you a whole bunch of runs. They're going to show you a whole bunch of things like that. They'll show you a whole bunch of highlights. They ain't going to show you the things that I'm going to show you right here. Look at this. All heart. He got just enough of this big guy. Just enough of him. No Diddy. We're going to watch that again. We're going to celebrate that, man. We're going to celebrate that. We're going to celebrate real running back instincts. Huh? We're going to celebrate it. All right, so this is one rep that I want you guys to pay attention to. Look, I'm going to break it down slow for the people to really understand what they're seeing right here. So this is him knowing exactly what to do. A lot of running backs, so there are running backs out there that don't understand all of the assignments. They might not understand what the linemen are doing up front. They might not understand exactly what the blitz pickup is, or they might not understand, and a quarterback might tell them something. So you'll see a quarterback tell. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Some of the time I was one of those dudes. But Blake, he barely even had to talk to him. Barely. Blake knew exactly what to do. This is a running back one right here, if I ever seen one. He makes a call. Blake goes right to where he's supposed to go. All right, so they're going to send him in motion. Blake is going to press the line of scrimmage here. Look at this. Now we got the linebackers on their heels. Now, see, look, to the blind eye, you don't know exactly where he's going to go with this, where the gap is going to be. He's going to find it, though. Look at that. And that might have been a duo run right there. It might have been a duo where they had the double teams. And that's where it's on the running back. To be able to manipulate the linebacker, hold the linebacker, and then find the hole. And he's going to do that here. Press, finds it, makes a guy miss. Again, we talk about special. We talk about special. Average guy, where people try and tell me that an average running back, they're trying to tell me that an average running back can be behind a really good offensive line. This right here is a special play. Special. Absolutely. Johnny Duncan. Absolutely, bro. Vision is on point. Trying to tell people this is not. Look, I haven't showed y'all nothing in space yet. Somebody put a 1 up there or 2 up there where I've showed you him in space doing a whole bunch of spacey things that a little running back or a little scat back would do. This is all stuff inside the tackles. I haven't showed y'all none of that. This is him, everything inside the tackles that a big running back would do. I said this the other day, and people thought I was crazy, but when I said he's the running back that everybody wants you to think that Braylon Allen is, and Braylon Allen is a tough physical back. But what I mean by that is this is your bell cow in between the tackles, the attitude that he sets. See, when I watch Braylon Allen, the offensive line in Wisconsin have that attitude. When I watch Michigan, these guys follow too. He sets this tone right here. Without him, yeah, they got some other backs that come in, and the other backs they make some plays, but the attitude plays that you know Michigan for in these big games. Oh, dude, number 2 is going crazy. It's number 2. Don't believe me? Go check the stats. In these big games, he go nuts. He goes nuts. And this is my player comp to him, and I'll put this on Twitter, and I'll put this in this video here. I think that he's exactly who Ray Rice is. He used to be at Rutgers. Think he's exactly Ray Rice for certain. You know what I'm saying? Almost the same size and everything. Like, look how he presses, uses his linemen. That looks exactly like what we've been looking to seeing from Blake Corum this entire time. Looks exactly like it. We're going to watch this again. Look, we've been watching Blake Corum do this the entire time. And then we're going to watch him do this again. This is in the national championship game against Washington. Watch this. Whoop, whoop. Oh, my God. Did y'all see that at the line? Did y'all see that skip step? Hold on. Let me go back. My bad. We're watching Ray Rice again. Watch the skip step. The skip step is going to manipulate those backers, and it's going to throw their timing off. Watch this. Skip, whoop, bend it back. Special, bro. Special. And I know my guy Landlord was looking at a lot of these same clips yesterday, but we're looking at it from the eyes of an actual running back. You know what I'm saying? Landlord did an excellent job, and my bro was on it yesterday. He was on it. So I had to make sure that I talked about it and, you know what I'm saying, give my blessing, because I was in the comments and I was like saying all the same stuff, but I want to make sure that you guys see it. Look at this. Oh, my God. Look at this burst. Watch this burst. Watch this burst, y'all. Look, skip step, burst. That burst right there reminds me of Zeke Elliott. That reminds me of what Zeke used to be able to do. Yep. Oh, look at that. Look at that vision. That's what I'm talking about right there, where special running back, look, he's going to see it before it happens. Whoop. Yeah. Yeah. We're looking at a special running back right here, guys. I'm trying to tell y'all. So I want to get you guys out of the lazy assumption, out of the lazy, we got Deuce. Deuces look like they run entirely different. When we put Deuce in between those A and those B gaps like this look at that. Oh, look at that. That's what we saw with Ray Rice. That's the exact same run almost. Look at that. So look, he's going to stay on the inside. So when they're pulling, he's going to stay on the inside hip. He's going to stay on that. He's going to stay on that near hip. And he's going to stay flat. He's going to stay flat just enough for that tight end to pick that guy off. And the real good running backs, they'll actually put the hand on the back of the pulling person. You know what I'm saying? When you see that's elite. When you see that. And he's going to cut up, but look at that. Look. So look, average running back gets 2 to 3 yards here. They get 2 to 3 yards here. He's going to make that guy miss right there. And that's going to set up that touchdown right there. Look, Oh God, look at this. Look at this right here. Look. So look, he's gonna shoot that. He's gonna shoot that A gap. 77 is gonna pick him up, right? So look, you see two lanes. You see where you got the front side B, and then you got the backside A. Now I want y'all to see he's gonna press until he has to make that decision, and he's gonna pick the right hole. Oh, oh, but see when he does, then the guy gets off. He gets off the block. This is where him working in tight quarters comes into play. This footwork is nuts. Oh, and he's just gonna still churn moving forward. And then we're gonna watch the attitude run right here. Yes, sir. Look at this. They hype. Michigan hype, baby. They hype. Yes, sir. So that's what we got on Blake Corum, guys. I hope that you guys learned something different today that nobody was really talking about when it comes to him. Blake Corum, he's a guy that you should not overlook. I wanted to make sure that I did this right and I did right by, you know what I'm saying, the smaller running backs that are RB1s. Because see, a lot of times people, they'll look at the stature of somebody and they'll say, oh, he's a scat back. He's a guy that you get in space. He's Deuce Vaughn. Deuce Vaughn, I like Deuce Vaughn a lot. But these guys are totally different. They're totally different. Blake is more of an RB1. And Deuce is more of the scat back that you're talking about. Deuce is more of the guy that you get into the screen game. Deuce is more of the guy that, you know what I'm saying, you have him return punts or kicks or something like that. Blake is a guy that you build your offense around. That you build your offense around. And here's the crazy thing. I know that my guy Madman, I think Madman was against Blake at first, but when you really watch the film and you really go into the games, you realize that he's not exactly, because I'll be honest with y'all, that's what I thought going in. I thought that he was a little guy. He was going to be a lot like Deuce. But the more that I watch, the more I realize that, nah, this is a leader right here. This is a leader. This is a tone setter right here. So, you know what I'm saying? I appreciate y'all for stopping by, man. If there's any questions in the chat, if anybody wants to ask me anything, you know, feel free. I got about 5 minutes and then I'm gonna head out. But I really just wanted to do this film on Deuce, show you guys not Deuce, sorry. Well, he has number 2. So look, just to let y'all know, when I see number 2, like Deuce just pops in my head all the time. You know what I'm saying? Deuce. So it's not me saying he's Deuce. It's that I see Deuce. You know what I'm saying? So I wanted you guys to see Corum, see Blake for what he really is as a player. He's an excellent football player. And another thing that I want to tell you guys is you might look at the stats and you might see that Blake Corum didn't have a whole bunch of like a passing. He didn't have a whole bunch of receptions. But if you look 2 years ago, you know what I'm saying? I think he had about, I think his reception numbers were up there a little bit. So he can catch the ball out of the backfield too. I just think that J.J. McCarthy is more of a 90s quarterback where it's handing the ball off. J.J. McCarthy is more like a Troy Aikman. If I have to compare him to a Cowboys quarterback from the 90s, more like a Troy Aikman, hand the ball off, play action. He played off the running game. They played off the running game big time. Johnny asked me Coleman or Thomas Jr. I'm gonna go with Thomas Jr. I like Thomas Jr. a little bit different. I like him a little bit better. I do like Keon. The things that I like about Thomas Jr. trait wise, I think helped the Cowboys a little bit better. And I think that it's something that we've never had. We've had a Keon Cole, not Keon. We haven't had Keon as far as his height. But Keon's about as close. We've had a Dez Bryant, which was kind of similar to how he is. You know what I'm saying? Catching the ball in traffic, catching contested. But we haven't had a big guy be able to get behind defenders like Brian Thomas Jr. And I think that McCarthy would have a place for him in this offense. So I would go Thomas Jr. over Coleman, but I do like Coleman a lot. Yeah, I like Jermaine Burton too, man. There's some things off the field that I think people have an issue with, but quarterback play with Alabama, and that's why I like Jace McClellan. Guys, I did a film on Jace McClellan as well, not as in depth as this one, but Jace McClellan I think suffered from quarterback play, just like I think Jermaine Burton suffered from quarterback play. So Yeah, I like Jermaine Burton. I probably think I forget who said it on Boston's show the other day, but he's probably the best route runner in this draft. He definitely can stop on the dial. So he's definitely a joystick type player when he's running them routes. So I like Jermaine Burton as well. But if we don't got nothing else, man, appreciate y'all for stopping by. Thank y'all. Appreciate it. Any super chats, any cash apps or anything like that you could throw this way. You know what I'm saying? I'm working on trying to get one of those special mics that my guy Rome has. You know what I'm saying? He got that Temptations mic. I'm trying to definitely do something flashy for the channel. So I'm working on a mic fund right now, as you might say. So anything that you could throw to the Cash App, it'd be appreciated because we definitely trying to turn up over here. We trying to change some things, and I know that you guys have seen that we've leveled up on this channel a little bit, and I'm definitely trying to take it to the next level. So appreciate y'all, man. Hopefully people get to see the playback on this thing, and you know what I'm saying, we realize exactly what we're looking at. And I'm out, y'all. Salute and peace.